Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I agree with Ms. Rice. We want to make sure that we have safe and secure passenger screening. So it's obvious from the testimony we've had that there's no discernible difference in the quality of screening. We have the private contractors have to pay at least as much as the government contractors. So, Ms. Dorgan, why do you continue to drag your feet on getting accurate cost estimates when this has been brought to your attention in 2009 and again since then, and not provide the documentation that GAO says that you should provide?
So the good news is, since 2012, with the passage of the FAA Modernization and Reform Act, we have made significant progress in improving our cost estimating methodology. We have concurred with GAO's recommendations, and we will, on an annual basis, start comparing the cost of federal screening to the cost of private screening, and provide those numbers in our semi-annual report to oversight committees so that lawmakers can get a better understanding of the cost.
I don't understand. This is not rocket science. They've told you in 2009 what was deficient about your cost estimate analysis and processes. Why couldn't you provide it before 2010, much less here we are in 2015? I don't understand. Ms. Grover just outlined the areas that were deficient. You said you agreed with them. Why does it take this long? Why hasn't it been done already? Do you not want the information to be out there?
No, sir, we do have the information. We just didn't have a process for the comparison.
You didn't realize that benefits had to be calculated into it?
Well, we will comply with the recommendations, and I believe there was a misunderstanding in that the original requests were to include those benefits that TSA does not get as part of the appropriation in our actual estimate that we pass on and use as the ceiling contract. But there is no issue at all with using those for comparison purposes.
I think any reasonable person knows that in order to get an accurate cost comparison, you have to factor in those costs. Ms. Grover, in the 2009 study, did y'all make the suggestion that those benefits had to be included in the cost estimate analysis?
Yes, sir.
And did y'all also recommend at that time that this needed to be a continued review to be able to get a long-term comparison?
No, sir, we didn't.
So that is a new recommendation?
Yes, sir, that's new, and it's particularly important given the new information about the discrepancies between the TSA estimated costs and the award values, because it's through the ongoing updates of TSA's estimated costs that they will be able to determine whether there are differences in costs over the long term.
Good. And Ms. Dorgan, you already testified you intend to comply. You agree with these recommendations and you intend to comply.
We agree, sir, yes.
So when will you be able to implement these new methodologies so that we will have the more accurate information?
We have already started making the changes to the cost methodology that we currently, that was under review by GAO. We will provide in our next semi-annual report, mid-2016, the first cost comparison information to Congress. There are multiple contracts that expire at different times. So by providing 2 reports a year, you will be able to see the cost comparisons on all contracts, regardless of when they expire.
Ms. Grover, is that the earliest that should be expected?
I think that sounds like a reasonable time frame, sir.
Okay. Ms. Dorgan, do you have a bias against SPP programs?
I do not, sir.
Thank you. I yield back.